Have you heard about the ceasefire deal?
I did, yes. I did.
What do you think about it?
So this is the first ever collaboration on the channel. Noah, why don't you introduce yourself?
My name is cochva. I was former Miss Israel and an IDF combat medic.
Before Miss Israel joined me at the protest, I got there early and saw many familiar faces, one of which was Mohammed Hussein. The first time I interviewed Mohammed, our interview was cut short because David Chung, who we exposed for being paid $75,000 a year to protest, prevented the interview. The second time I interviewed Mohammed, he told me that he wanted to be the leader of Hamas.
For myself, I wish.
You want to be a leader of Hamas?
I wish.
Mohammed is at just about every single anti-West protest. Now, I'm sure many of you asked yourself, after the ceasefire deal was signed, well, what are the protesters going to do next? I know I asked myself that. So this is one of the craziest videos I've ever released because Mohammed and many other professional protesters are going to have to look into the eyes of an Israeli combat medic and explain why they're still protesting even though Gazans are celebrating in the streets. Let's get started. Welcome back to the Nate Friedman Show.
Mohammed, round three. We gonna go round three? What did I get wrong last time?
You wrong too much though. You twist the video. That's not fair. Look,
So hold on, you said that you want to be the leader of Hamas. Did you say that or did you not say that?
I say I wish I can.
You wish you can be.
But Alhamdulillah, there is ceasefire going on. So we hope everything gonna be all right.
Okay.
But if ever Israel attacking, bombing in Gaza, killing one person,
Yep.
if I am the leader of this,
Right.
I will commend them. Blood equal to blood.
Right.
Wallahi.
Okay. But
Nobody gonna change the, you're gonna give the $1 billion.
can we not
It's
do
gonna
this
work.
this time?
Let me talk.
Because it's just
Give me one
it
second.
gets old. Like every time someone comes and then we.
I know that. I know him. He's like that. But it's okay. It's okay. Sometimes you have to change
Would you
it.
like to talk instead
It's
of
okay.
preventing
It's
someone
okay.
else from
It's okay.
talking?
Give
Would
them
you like to
some
say
time, it's
something?
okay. They do whatever they want. We don't come for them. We came for Allah. We came here for Gaza. We came here for Palestine. So some people gonna, but he's still young. He's gonna learn.
Do you want to talk instead of saying someone?
This guy who wants to be the leader of Hamas is defending me. Wow. And this professional protester is wearing a mask in 2025 because of the protester variant of COVID.
So when I ask you what you do for work, you said that you were cleaning mosques, right?
I do everything for mosque. I leading pray. I make adhan. I clean. Alhamdulillah. Whatever I have opportunity to do for mosque, I do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you still getting your MBA?
Oh, MBA. To be honest, I didn't completed it.
Yeah.
I dropped out.
Okay.
So I came here for doing MBA and PhD.
So you're doing your
So-
PhD here.
So no, I dropped out. But
Okay.
inshallah, I'll do it. Inshallah,
Okay.
when Allah give me a...
Are you a U.S. citizen?
No,
You're not.
no.
Okay. And how are you? Are you on a green card? Like, how are you here?
This is too much personal. I like you though. I don't know why. You guys probably...
I like you too. You say you wish you want to become leader of Hamas.
I wish.
Right. Here's a slight issue I have with that, is that there are leaders of Hamas that say when you see a Jew, slice their throat, cut their throat. Would you do that
This
too?
is not...
No, but
this-
that is what they say.
Look.
There's videos of it, and I'm going to show
look,
it.
This is people make this one.
No,
yourself.
no, there are videos of
Like
that.
like some people that twist it.
All right, twist this.
وبدنا اياكم يا اهل القدس بالسكاكين امعطوا رقاب اليهود كلها هي تقف على العرق من هان 5 شيكل تشتري لك سكينه واضيه مضيها وهانا على طول حزه.
Do you want Hamas to disarm or not?
No.
No, you don't.
No.
But that's part of the ceasefire agreement, is they got to disarm.
Bro, this is the 21 points. You cannot meet 21 points.
Okay, but that's a
As
pretty
like if
that's
you
a
make-
that's
if
a
you
that's a
like
pretty
minimum,
important one.
Then get the pass.
But that's an important-
Like
that's-
out of 100, you don't need to get 100. Maybe if you get 80, you pass. Right?
Shocker that mentality didn't work for him in business school, but honestly that was genuinely one of the funniest things I've heard in hundreds of street interviews.
Would you talk to an IDF soldier? Would you ever talk to one?
I mean, no, never.
You would never
get
talk
chance.
to one?
I never get chance, yeah.
You never had the chance?
No.
Okay, 1 second. He wants to be the leader of Hamas, and I want him to meet you.
Oh my God. Okay. I was Miss Israel in 2021, and I was an IDF combat medic in the military, and I was saving Palestinians' life, actually, and Hamas terrorists' lives, because as a medic, every Israeli medic takes an oath to save every person's life, no matter if it's my loved one or if it's my enemy.
That's good job.
Because we want to, for us, the value of life comes first, no matter who you are.
Yeah. I do same thing. I believe that. Life is first.
You say, I wish to be a leader of Hamas.
Don't bring the
She was
same
a combat
question.
medic, so you want to end her life? That's what you're saying.
Look, I said, we're gonna fight with
Fight with who? I'm a soldier.
you, soldier.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you,
But I was treating Palestinians, so
so
I
that's
was doing the good thing, right?
look. This is gonna be, I don't know. It's gonna be judgment from your battlefield. Like if you see you are the battlefield, I'm the battlefield. Then we're gonna show there who gonna win over there, battlefield. But now we are the different platform. If it's the battlefield, like yesterday, this not ceasefire and the battlefield going on, probably we're gonna fight each other. It will IDF versus Hamas. We're gonna fight each other, right? In battlefield.
But we
you
don't
understand?
we
You
don't
understand?
we don't want to fight anyone.
Yeah, that's why we ceasefire come.
Okay, so you like the ceasefire.
Of course, this gun ceasefire is better.
You
We
mentioned-
want peace.
You don't want to disarm Hamas, though.
No,
correct?
no.
Why?
Bro, when you have both sides have arms off, that's better. Israel will take off the arms over there.
Okay, but the issue is
It's
Israel.
gonna be if Hamas do that for Israel, it's gonna be very bad. You know why? Over there have Jordan, we have Syria, we have what is called all countries, Arab countries. If it's getting together, there is a tiny Israel. They can take over any day without your
Israel-
American help. Do you understand? There is a all Arab countries. They will take off your. There is a Afghanistan, Pakistan. They are ready to take off your all country. Boom. So don't disarm Israel too. Do you understand what I said?
I got it. Relax. So you want Israel to disarm, correct?
No.
You don't want to.
No, don't disarm anyone. Then
Oh,
they will
just keep
take
it-
take off all. They will take out all. Do you understand?
Relax.
From Tel Aviv,
Mohammed,
down to
chill.
Manhattan,
Mohammed,
one.
relax.
I don't.
Wallahi,
You
relax.
you cannot release me this critical question. You bring it to me on the table. How are you gonna be? There is gonna be no Israel. Wallahi.
You want to be the leader of Hamas, and she was
Bring it back and do
she was on the other side, and I want you to be able to have a conversation with her, rather than kill each other.
Bro.
It'd be nice for we to talk.
Bro, this is the Hamas. If you want me to, I'm the Hamas. It's gonna be source and neck. Do you understand?
Yeah, I am.
Source and fucking neck. So you cannot act like a battlefield. What's going on?
So
Battlefield
you
is
would rather
different.
sword and neck than have a conversation with her?
The political is not gonna work though.
We don't want to harm.
Don't steal their land.
We don't want their
But-
land. You know that we
If you are
Listen, Mom. Listen.
we don't want their land. We never wanted. You know that in 2006 we gave them the land, and instead of making it into a beautiful society, they just chose to fire rockets at Israelis every single day. So we don't want the land. We never wanted it.
I know. We have fun. We have fun. Yeah.
I cannot believe that I can be like Sarwar or Ismail Hania.
Yeah.
You want to be like them?
You bring me like this position talking about it. Now I feel like, oh my God, wallahi. But
Because it
alhamdulillah.
would be such a blessing if you were the leader of Hamas.
Of course, may Allah accept it.
My only question to you after that conversation is, do you think Mohammed Hussein should be in this country? Next up, you'll see that Noah and I are about to interview this protester when this happens.
Can we do an interview? Is that okay with you? I'm an independent reporter. He said he's okay with it. Why shouldn't he talk? Why shouldn't he talk?
Okay, thank you. People are by your side.
Want to talk about that? He wanted to talk, and you prevented it. Why? Why did you prevent it? You just prevented me from doing my job. Why? This is a job? Yeah, it is.
And your job, it would seem like, is to be an escort, which is illegal in New York City, as I'm sure you know. Well, not if Mamdani gets in office, so we know who you're voting for. When you're not selling your body, you're tearing down hostage posters of kidnapped Israelis. You're just a model citizen, aren't you? To any authorities who are curious about this individual, this is her with one of her many usernames. You blew smoke in my face, literally, and now the world knows the truth. Have a good day.
What did you think of the ceasefire deal? What did you think of it? Why are you here if you don't want to talk? Do you want me to look into? Alright, are you gonna follow us around? Because we're gonna move around. No?
Don't talk to me.
Open up the prison doors. 5, 6, 7, 8. Smash the set.
Are you afraid to talk?
You disgust me.
Why?
2, 3, 4.
This act.
Why?
Open up the prison
Just have a conversation with somebody.
5, 6, 7, 8.
5, 6, 7.
Have you ever been to the Middle East?
Israel's a racist state. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Clearly, she needs ground news. She needs to see what the other side is like. I want to thank Ground News for continuing to support our coverage of these anti-West rallies. On the way to protests, I scroll through the app so I can see the news the way that these protesters do. What they do is simple but effective. You know how when anything happens in the news, the left is going to cover it significantly differently than on the right. Well, they essentially allow you to access every news publication in the world and compare coverage against the left or the right. It's even more than that though, because the left and the right often cover completely different stories, so you might miss something simply because you're only reading one or two sources of news. Whereas if you use Ground News blind spot feature, that really doesn't happen. You'd be surprised what both sides choose not to cover, but even for the stories that they both cover, look at how different their coverage can be. The left is referring to the anti-West protests in Boston as peaceful, whereas the right is highlighting how police officers were put in the hospital. Now, I can't recommend Ground News enough. To get started with Ground News, I'd recommend the Vantage plan, which gives you unlimited access. Now, I know from experience how good it is. I use the plan to create my videos, and you can get up to 40% off from that plan. Just head to ground.news/Friedman or scan the QR code to help us to continue to cover security costs for these videos. And now for one of the most eye-opening interviews ever on this channel.
Could I interview you real quick? Thank you so much.
How are you? Have you heard about the ceasefire deal?
I did, yes. I did.
What do you think about it?
Heavily favors Israel. It's heavily leaning toward what Netanyahu wants. I feel like once Netanyahu does get back the hostages, unfortunately, he may go back to bombing. So I feel...
Here we go again. This guy walks by and whispers, he's far right. Look, I think we can all agree, thanks to people like him, the term far right has lost all meaning. But since he tried to prevent our interview, let's talk about him. Here he is burning an American flag. Can I call you far left for that? He goes to a lot of protests, just different leftist causes that in reality don't mesh very well. I'm sure I'm in his phone as one of the people to prevent from talking at a protest. Now, luckily the guy we're interviewing didn't care that we may see the world differently and is going to try something crazy, called a conversation.
I feel like at the end of the day, it favors Israel heavy, and it undermines the Palestinian cause, which is liberation for the Palestinians from Israeli and American apartheid. That's how I feel about it.
Do you want to introduce yourself to him?
Hi, how are you? I was Miss Israel, so I represented Israel in Miss Universe competition. And I was also an IDF combat medic, so I was treating Palestinians that got injured. And I was actually treating Hamas terrorists that got injured. Because as a medic in the Israeli military, you take an oath to save every person's life, no matter if it's your loved one or if it's your enemy. Because the value of life for us, when we go to the military, they teach us value of life, no matter whose life is it, comes first.
100%. That's true, and that goes for any human being around the world.
Yeah.
Could be an Israeli. I'm Middle Eastern. I'm Lebanese. So if I had to save an Israeli, I would do 100%. Because at the end of the day, a human being is a human being.
Yep.
However,
Sorry, I can't help myself. You see Veronica just patrolling around in the background. Yeah, she was one of the people who tried to stop my second interview with Mohammed.
How you doing?
Good, how are you? Don't twist it.
And she's an actual communist, and she's all over the place protesting now. But just look at how calculated all of this is. She's watching, making sure everything is going as planned.
I don't look at Israeli or Palestinians any less or evil than each other. I look at them as all equal. I feel like there should be a one-state solution. And unfortunately, with Netanyahu in power, it's like Netanyahu's a sociopath. He's a psychopath. He does not want peace. And the Likud party does not want peace.
How do you think about a one-state solution where Hamas and Israel coexist? Do you think it's possible?
No. Don't say Hamas.
But they are Hamas.
Palestinians.
Okay, but they're refusing to disarm. They just said that recently.
At the end of the day, listen. I don't agree with Hamas at all. I don't like Hamas. However, when you are living under occupation, what do you expect? When you treat somebody like an animal, get animal type behavior thrown back at you. It's not. Is it right? No. What happened on October 7th should have never happened. However, Israel must come to its own realization. The smoke is in the mirror, and Israel has to be less occupation when it comes to its own policies. You know, at the end of the day, you can't kill each other forever.
But we don't want to kill anyone.
I'm not. At the end of the day, you go to the historical time with the Nakba, the first Intifada in 2000, the second Intifada in 2005.
You know how many Israelis got murdered on the second and first Intifada?
I'm sure it's a high number, but guess what? How many people did Netanyahu kill? It's not. We're not playing a soccer game here where who can kill who more.
So what do you want? What do you think is possible in the region?
There has to be a one-state solution where Palestinians and Israelis are living side by side with the same equal rights.
But you know, it already happens in Israel. We have a lot of Arabs. They have They have the same.
That's not true.
I have so many. That's not true. There's so many Arabs in the Knesset. They serve as medics, as doctors. It's not a small minority. It's 20% of the population.
That's a small minority. That's 20% of the population, a small number. I don't look at Israelis as my enemies. They're people just like anybody else. And so are Palestinians. At the end of the day, there has to be a solution. A two-state solution will not work simply because of illegal settlements that went on decades prior. However, I believe a one-state solution can happen, but both sides have to come to realization, coexist. The U.S. will have to step in, and other Western countries have to step in and get a solution done. There has to be a one-state solution.
I have a question for you. How do we change the mindset of Palestinians that we
Why
are...
does it always have to be Palestinians?
Because you know that they are raising their children to hate Jews.
That's not true.
Have you seen their books in school?
Have a good rest of your day. Thank you very much.
I've,
Thank you very much.
we tried. Insane. I can't believe these are like real people, and it's crazy.
No amount of planes, of tanks, of bombs could silence the people of Gaza.
That's Manolo dos Santos, a communist that is the leader of the People's Forum, a protest incubator. When he's not getting arrested at protest, he's meeting with the president of Cuba.
Yo, can I just ask you one question? Like, man to man. So, there's something that, there's a photo that she just wants to show you, and then that's it. Is that okay, or no? Okay. Why don't you show him?
These are children.
How do you feel about it?
How do I feel about it? I think that's propaganda. I think that's propaganda. Kids could do the same thing on the Israeli side. What I'm trying to say is, I'm sure the Israeli kids do the same thing. I'm positively sure. And there's kids in America who do the same thing with holding guns and saying crazy stuff about Democrats and even African Americans. That is propaganda to dehumanize the Palestinians. I don't know. What you're trying to
Every
do...
child deserves a life.
Yeah.
And
Palestinian kids deserve a life too.
yeah, but they're being brainwashed to hate Israelis and to join Hamas at a little age.
All right. That's why when you turn 18 in Israel, you are forced to join the IDF.
No, we
Is that
have
right?
to because everybody wants to kill us.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah, we are a tiny country. Everybody wants to destroy
All
us.
right.
They just like the rage bait. That's all they want to do.
Yeah.
They just want to rage bait. That's all.
How about why does it always have to be asked from a Palestinian perspective and not an Israeli perspective? Why is it always?
You want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because people that consider themselves of Israeli Jewish descent are not real Jews. Those are people that established themselves in a region after 1946, and in 1948 they finally got recognized for having a piece of land, and now they want to take a political belief and hide it behind religion.
When
what
Jews-
you're not going to do is hide religion. Listen, what you're not going to do is take politics and hide it behind religion. That's what we're not going to do.
No one's doing that.
That's what we're not going to do. That's the first thing we're not going to do.
Of Jewish supremacy in the Middle East.
That's what we're not
100% given. I'm Lebanese. I'm Middle Eastern myself. I have I don't hate nobody. I don't hate anybody. I don't dislike anybody. Until you prove me wrong. But however, I have a personal theory. The Middle East would be a better place if this situation is solved. And how do you do it? Possibly a one-state solution. I'm not a politician, but Israel and Palestinians can live side by side, but politics don't want it.
So what brings you here today? We'll finish with that. What brought you here today?
I don't like that the U.S. funded a genocide. I don't like that the U.S. committed inhumane war crimes in Gaza. They gave Netanyahu a blank check for 2 years to bomb innocent kids, and on top of that, this Trump peace plan is shit. It's heavily favored in the Israeli side, and on top of that, it continues the apartheid, it continues the occupation. Go to the West Bank, go to Hebron and the West Bank. It's segregated.
What would you change about the deal?
What I change about the deal? Listen, I was in school studying social work. My mind is trained to solve the root problems to have a solution for the root of all problems. And the root of this problem is the lack of Palestinian liberation, dignity, and rights. That's how you solve this solution.
I appreciate it. Thank you. What's your name?
Hussein.
My name's Nate. Nice to meet you. Thanks, man.
Thank you so much for watching, and please let me know what you think of the first collaboration on the channel. Thank you, Noah. I hope it brought a new perspective. Coming up this week, you'll see the pro-Hamas rabbi I exposed and the organization he protests for going against a Zionist rabbi in an impromptu debate at this protest. If you want to know more about who that rabbi is before that video comes out, here's that episode on your screen, and I'll see you there.